بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear all my children and my sisters participating in the Basics of Islam course. I'm happy to have all of you today with me. Today, inshallah, we'll go to point number 2. The goals of the course usually will be the first slide to be presented before every lesson, just to know our map, how we are approaching and how we are progressing. So alhamdulillah, with the bounty of Allah, last time we finished the first point, number 1, to have a solid faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we mentioned, and in his messenger. And we mentioned the types of oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the tafsir and the explanation of Surah Al-Ikhlas, a very important surah. And what about the messenger and why Allah from his mercy to the people to send for them a messenger, and what is a message? We mentioned about the Quran. Today we have number 2, inshallah, we're going to go through it, which is big questions of life. The big questions of life answered in the Quran. This is very, very important actually lesson. And it can make everything in your life to be well organized and to know what's really you are and what's the mission you're going to have or to do in this life, and what will be your reward and who will help you. All such questions, we'll going through it. Just don't forget to prepare your notebooks and pen and write down the important points that we're going to mention now. This is the pyramid of the big questions of life. What is the big questions of life that many philosophers and scientists, even with the highest degree of certificates and PhD, still cannot answer those questions? Who am I? Why am I here in this life? What I'm doing in this life? What's my job in this life? What I have to do? What's my mission? How to do my mission or my job? What are the tools I need to do my job in this life or my mission? And what is the reward I will gain? This is a very important 6 questions that we're going to have it today, inshallah. We're going to answer them. I'm sure that every one of us passed through the moments or still passing through a moment that he asked himself, why am I here? What should I do? How to do my mission? If I know my mission, how to do it properly? And what will be the rewards of such mission that I'm going to do? So now we'll come to the first question. Who am I? Who am I? The answer is coming in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 30. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَإِذَا قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. So, recall when your Lord said to the angels, I am appointing a viceroy in the earth. A viceroy in the earth. What is the meaning of viceroy or viceroy? Viceroy is the representation, the one who is representing the mankind is Adam alayhi salatu wassalam. He is the first human being or mankind came to this earth as Khalifa. Khalifa that he is going to fulfill the mission that Allah already appointed him to be Khalifa or Viceroy, which means to adjust this earth, to make development in this earth, to start beginning life in this earth, to have a good things and to have a good generations that believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Allah oneness, as we mentioned last time, the types of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to fulfill all that. So appointing a Khalifa or a Viceroy is to adjust and to control the earth by the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how control everything on the earth, how to control the proper life, to establish the proper life and his own life actually in this earth. So the first question answer came that who are we? We are the successors and Khalifa of the Prophet Adam. The Prophet Adam was the first mankind came on this earth, and we supposed to be his children after that, and we should do as he did as a Khalifa, to how that he will control and adjust the earth with the help and with the support and with the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, the second question, why am I here in this life and what is my job? So now we know we are the Khalifatullah fil ard. Every one of us is the Khalifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this earth. Okay, I know now that I am the Viceroy or Khalifa for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to establish the life on this earth. How I'm going to establish the life on this earth? What I'm going to do? It's okay. I know now I am a Viceroy or Khalifa. What am I going to do? What's exactly the objectives of my job? So the first thing of our job in this life, number one, worshiping Allah. Allah in Surah Al-Dhariyat is mentioning in Ayah 56, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And I have not created the unseen beings and the human beings except to worship me. So the first job of our job is worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why we are worshiping Allah? I'm waiting for your answers. You can text me on the chat room and tell me why we are worshiping Allah. Give me like your answers. Amr, he is our creator. Thank you so much. This is a big favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he created us. Yes, Mustafa, the same. Thank you so much. Okay, he worship us. Yes, because Jad, excellent. He wants us to do that. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, because this is Allah orders to us. Excellent, Jad. Fatima, it is a test. I don't know. I don't know what is. It is not the answer, I think. Why we are worshiping Allah, this is not the answer, it is a test. What I'm telling why. To showing gratitude, Ali, excellent. Mustafa, responsible for everything in the world. Yes, showing gratitude to him. Omar, yes, our creator. Adam, grateful for his glory, excellent. So to show him our gratefulness for him. And Sister Shamira, because why made us this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the ayah that Allah ordered us to worship Him? Yes, thank you, Sister Samira. This is one of the reasons. So why we are worshiping Allah? Number one, because He is the one who ordered us to do that in the Quran. When He mentioned, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I haven't created the unseen and the human being except for worshiping or to worship me. This is number one. Number two, to show gratitude to Allah because He's our creator, He's our provider, He is um, our disposer of our affairs. All the, you remember the Lordship, all the characters of Lordship, this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we show gratitude to Him. And because we love Him at the same time, and we show respect Him by worshiping Him. So this is the first job. This is the first job. Why we are, what's our job in this life? Number one, to worship Allah. Okay, let us look for the second. The second job is to make da'wah. To make da'wah. How to make da'wah and how to know that. This is one of our job. This is mentioned in Surah An-Nahl, ayah 125. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين. Call to the way of your Lord by wisdom and good admonition, and debate with them by that which is better. So the second job is to da'wah or invite others to Islam. Invitation to Islam, to invite others to Islam, telling the people about Islam and encourage them to read and think of the Quran in a nice, polite way, and should never force them to accept our advice or say it in a hard or harsh way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 256, He's mentioning لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. There shall be no compulsion in religion. Broodness has become distinct from delusions. So there is no need for any compulsion. That the wrong way is clear and the right way is clear. So no need for any compulsion. You are just saying your idea, or you are, or if anyone open with you asking about Islam, your classmate in the college or in the school or in university or work, whatever asking you about Islam, how to describe Islam in a very polite and nice way. And if you don't know, it doesn't need to know much. If you just have just the introduction. For example, as we mentioned last time, when someone who is asking you, who is Allah? Who is your Lord that you are worshiping Him? Now, I think now the answer of this question become very easy to all of you. Now, when I'm telling you, who is your Lord? What you going to say? Answer me, please. Waiting for your messages. If someone come to you and tell who is Allah, what you going to say? No, my question, who is Allah? I'm not saying to you to say Allah. I know it's Allah. Who is Allah as according to what we took last lesson? According to what we took last lesson, He is, I remember, yes, Ya Ali, excellent. So I remember Surah Al-Ikhlas. Whenever there is a one who is telling me who is Allah, I remember Surah Al-Ikhlas in my mind and start to recite for him Surah Al-Ikhlas. Allahu is the one. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Allahu Samad, the refuge. لم يلد ولم يولد, not beget nor born. ولم يكن له كفوا أحد, and no one is comparable to him. This is the best and the easiest way to describe Allah for anyone who is asking you who is Allah. As we took in Surah Al-Ikhlas, very simple. Because yes, all of your answers, yes, excellent, thank you so much. But I'm telling you the excellent way of answering such a question. One who is not Muslim come to you and tell you who is your Lord, who is the one you are worshipping. Strictly, Surah Al-Ikhlas will come to your mind and start enumerate the description of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this surah. Also for Surah Al-Kahf. Surah Al-Kahf, ayah 29, Allah is mentioning وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. And say, truth comes from your Lord. So whoever will let him believe and whoever will let him disbelieve. So this is another ayah who shows that there is no compulsion in embracing Islam. You are just presenting your idea in a very decent, delightful way, and it's okay. The one who wants to read more or think more, it's up to him. You can just give him like certain websites, for example, or certain books. He can go through these books to have more details, because of course you will not take all the knowledge in your mind. You will just have a very simple introduction giving to him, like we mentioned, for example, Surah Al-Ikhlas in an example of describing Allah. If he wants more information, we can guide him through specific websites or to read specific books. Now we'll come to the third job. Remember, the first job, write it down, please, just because this is maybe going to be the quiz, so can easy for you to answer the quiz. The first job is worship Allah, as we mentioned. The second is da'wah, or invitation other to Islam. Number 3 now, our job in this life is developing the earth. Developing the earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Hud, ayah number 61, وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ صَالِحًا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره هو أنشأكم من الأرض واستعمركم فيها فاستغفروه ثم توبوا إليه إن ربي قريب مجيب. He initiated you from the earth and assigned you to develop it. So this is what the Prophet Hud told his, Prophet Saleh told his tribe Thamud. He told them that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who created you and made you come to this earth. Why to come to this earth? To assign you to develop it. أنشأكم في الأرض واستعمركم فيها, and make you develop it. What type of development that the human being can do? Buildings, civilizations, prosperity, all these things that shows the signs of progress in every community. For example, that the modes of transport, like the airports, the universities, the school, all these things made by the human, this type of development of the earth. So this one of our job in this life, to develop the earth, to make it easier for us and for our children and for the next generations, and to not harm the environment. This is very important, that to keep a safe and to keep a clean environment without any pollution. This is one of our mission in this in this life, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Ar-Rum, he mentioned ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس means that the corruption being appeared because of what people do, from pollution to the sea, pollution to the roads, pollution. There is different types of pollution, of course, all of them we know. So from our religion, to keep a safe and healthy environment during our development, not to make a factories, for example, that they have a toxic substance that, or toxic vapors that affect the environment and make that like different types of pollution. So from our religion, we have to develop the earth. This is our third job. And at the same time, during developing the earth, don't do harm. Don't do harm. And when I'm saying don't do harm, it's not only for the environment, it's for all everything. Everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger is telling us to not to do harm with any creatures. Any creatures. The animals, the birds, the plants. We should be friendly to all that. We should be friendly to all these creatures that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Okay, now number 4. Again, what's our jobs in this life? Number 1, worship Allah. Number 2 is to make da'wah, invitations of others to Islam. Number 3, development of the earth and to do not do harm without harming the environment or the creatures of Allah. Number 4 is establishing justice. Establish justice on the earth and stand against oppression. This is the religion of Islam. When the religion of Islam came during the prophethood with the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and I don't know if any one of you with me in the seerah or in the biography of the Prophet Muhammad, we mentioned that the first migration was to Habasha or Ethiopia. And there, when a group of Muslims, they went there for the Christian king at that time in Ethiopia, and he asked him about Islam. He told him that we had a messenger that came to us to establish justice, because actually, as we mentioned, the environment or the social life in Mecca at that time was a very oppression. There was slaves, very poor people, and very rich people, the masters, and the relation between the masters and the slaves is very bad. They abusing them, they not giving them any rest or their even rewards or anything. They are not giving any, take all the rights of these slaves. So when Islam came, he started to have the equality basics that made the slaves and the master, they are the same. All of them are human. And this is what we are now hearing about, the human rights. The human rights organizations, different internationally, that speak about the rights of the mankind, this whether he is or nevertheless his color, his nationality, his religion, his race, all that being mentioned more than 1400 years back by the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when he came with the message of the anti-racism. Islam is anti-racism and is not is having the people, all of the people are equal. And even if they are not Muslims, but they have the right to live an honorable life, to have the life without oppression. When the Islamic conquest started during and after the Prophet passed away, it was not as mentioned by the enemy of the religion that Islam spread by sword and people killing here and there. No, it was not like that. The Muslim army, when entered any country, because of the oppression, the people suffering and they cannot even feel that they have an equal distribution of the salary or the money of that country, and that's why the Muslims felt that they have from their job is to invite others to Islam as da'wah. And number 4 that we have now is to stand against oppression. Any place in the world to stand against oppression. Here in Surah Al-Hadid, Allah is mentioning here, وَلَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا رُسُلَنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ وَأَنزَلْنَا مَعَهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْمِيزَانَ لِيَقُومَ النَّاسُ بِالْقِسْطِ. And we certainly sent our messenger with evident proof, and we sent down with them the scripture and the balance, that mankind may uphold justice. So this is our job as we are the followers of the Prophet ﷺ, to have this to uphold this justice. And if I now come to our level as individuals, we can establish justice by preventing others from being transgressors to others. If there is any situation, I can support my Muslim sister or brother, I can do that. I can help him. I prevent oppression on him. If I can, for example, that from the ways that I establish justice is try to help those who are oppressed all over the world, from the Muslims everywhere, by giving charity, by giving donations to them. This is a way that I'm trying to help them against the oppression and against the transgression. This is if I might speak, if going to speak internationally, how I can participate in such thing. So this is number 4, is establishing the justice on the earth. So now we finished the question number 3, that what is my job? Now, what's my job is the 4 things we mentioned: worshipping, da'wah, developing the earth, and stand against oppression and upholding justice. Now we'll come to question number 4 and 5. How to do my job? Okay, I know now that my job is to worship Allah, to make da'wah, to develop the earth, to stand against oppression. But how am I going to do such things? Anything will help me? Yes, there are. What are the tools I need? Or what are the things that Allah made it for me to help me to do my job? Number 1 is the prostration of angels. What does it mean? Prostration of angels. Prostration of angels to us. The angels prostrated to Prophet Adam alayhi salam and finished. Khalas. How can the prostration of angels will help me? In Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 34, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ أَبَى وَاسْتَكْبَرَ وَكَانَ مِنَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And recall when we said to the angels, prostrate yourself to Adam. So they prostrated themselves. What does it mean? Prostration of the angels. Prostration of angels here is not worshipping Adam, of course. We are prostrating in our prayers to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it is a prostration of, who can tell me? Prostration representing what? The prostration of angels to Adam. Yes. Omar, excellent. Respect, excellent. Showing respect, excellent. Amr. Yes. So they obeyed the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who ordered them to prostrate to Adam for respect, to show him respect. Excellent, Mustafa. Yes. Mustafa and Omar and Amr, thank you so much. Excellent. So the prostration of the angels to Adam was for his respect. Now, when we are coming to what we do with this prostration, what is related to us, we, me and you and all the people now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us a symbol that when he made the angels prostrated to Adam, he means that the angels will be helping Adam in his mission in life, helping Adam to fulfill the job that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him to do. So how they can help him? We have the nature, the angels of the climate, how to make the climate on this earth to be suitable for Adam. Yes, yes. Okay, okay, Omar. So the angels helped Adam and is helping us to make this universe, and this earth on the universe is suitable for our living. So, and the climate also to be suitable for our living by certain, the air contain a specific percent of oxygen and nitrogen and hydrogen and helium. All of you, of course, know that. But that these constituents and this percent, if it is little bit different, we can't live on the earth. We can't respire the air that we have, because all these percent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it according to the human nature to help us to live on this earth. And when we are speaking about that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assigned angels, specific angels for doing such things, angels for the wind, angels for the mountains, angels for the rain, angels for the sun and for the moon and for the day and for the night, and even more angels to help to protect us. We have protectors, by the way, from our six sides, right, left, up, down, front, behind, all the six directions around us. There is a hafidin, or protectors from the angels that protect us from any harm that could happen to us, except if Allah decreed that specific harm will happen to us. But otherwise, those angels are helping us. And of course, we have one on the right shoulder and one on the left shoulder for writing the good and bad deeds. So by the way, I always say that please keep the one on the left sleeping. We don't want him to be awake. We want the right only to be awake to write our good deeds. So now the prostration of the angels means that everything prepared to our presence. Everything is prepared to the marvelous creature honored by Allah, the mankind. Look how much Allah loves us and honored us, and made the angels that they are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they are remembering Allah all the time, making a dhikr for Allah, is in our service. In our service. Look how much Allah is loving. Now I will come to you point by point, and every time I will stress on the Allah loves us, how Allah loves us from all the other creatures. So now the first helper will be the angels. What about the second tool that will help us? The second tool is our ability to learn. Our ability to learn. Allah is mentioning in Surah Al-Baqarah also, 32. I advise you to read Surah Al-Baqarah from ayah 30 till 37 or 38 about the story of how Allah created Adam. I would like you to read with the translation and with the meanings from Ibn Kathir, especially Ibn Kathir meaning is the most accurate type of tafsir. Try to read it. Actually, it is amazing, and you will see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have his bounty and favor on us by creating us. Now, in ayah 31 and 32 in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثم عرضهم على الملائكة فقال أنبئوني بأسماء هؤلاء إن كنتم صادقين قالوا سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. And he taught Adam the names, all of them, all the names. Then he presented them to the angels and said, inform me of the names of these. if you are truthful. They said, the angels, they replied, exalted are you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. Indeed, it is you who is the knowing, the wise. What does it mean? Let us take it part by part. What is the names? Who is going to tell me what is the names? Allah is mentioning He taught Adam the names. What is the name? What are the names? Who can tell me? I'm asking especially Ali and Omar and Mustafa, Jed. We mentioned that. What are the names that being taught by Allah to Adam, alayhi salam? No, no, ya Jed. It's not the names of Allah. What are all the names? Ali, what you mean by everything? Names of angels. Yes. Amr. Everything on earth. Yes. Omar and Ali is right. Everything in earth and skies. Everything that Allah has made, Mustafa. Yes. Adam. The knowledge is a wide word. We want to know the names. No, we names what we'll have on the earth. The names of what he will face in the earth, because actually he will live in the earth. He was not Allahu A'lam, what is the names, or if it is in the sky or just in the earth. But he will live on the earth, Adam. And we just take this part that Allah mentioned the names of everything in the earth. What is everything in the earth? What is in the earth? We have plants, we have animals, we have everything we are using now that we are using in our house. The very early of the language, how to talk and how to communicate with others, and how to say this is tree, this is dog, this is cat. The dog and the cat and the tree, all these things by all the different language, from where it comes? It comes firstly from Adam alayhi salam. Who taught Adam? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who taught Adam the names of everything, as we mentioned. And after he taught him, so here you can feel the difference of Adam, creature from angels, that he has the ability to learn. He has the ability to learn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave him a lot of informations. You can imagine how he can know the names of all the plants, of all the animals, of all the insects, of all the things that he's going to face on this earth. And then these names will be transmitted to his generations after that. The angels doesn't have this ability, because when Allah asked them and told the angels, inform me of the names of these, he created, of course, at that time, for example, tree or cat or dog or so and so. They couldn't answer the angel. The angels couldn't answer, and they said, we have knowledge. We have no knowledge. You didn't taught us. You just taught Adam. We have no knowledge except what you taught us. So Allah, he taught Adam, and he has ability to learn Adam, but the angels not. The angels is just what Allah is mentioning to them, they will do. But the difference that the mankind will have the first knowledge from Allah by Prophet Adam. And after that, what happened? What happened after Adam took the first knowledge from Allah? The generations, the future generations, start to have on that ideas and on that informations, and to put on and to build. And this is the different. This is the difference of learning of human being, because someone can tell me now, if I have a dog at my home, I can teach him how to go with me, how to guard me, how to play with me. So is it okay? The dog will learn, but the dog will not have a cumulative learning. What is a cumulative learning? That he will just learn what you mentioned to him. But for us as human being, when we are in KG, we just take the letters first. And then when we are in the primary school, we start to have the sentences. And then when we are in the high school, we start to have the literature and novels and poetry. And then when we are in the university, we start to make a research and start to make articles. So this is a cumulative learning. When you come to one in university and tell him, just tell me from A to Z, he will laugh at you because it's very primitive to him. Why? Because he has a cumulative type of learning. And this is another tool that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us. So by learning about our religion, by learning about Quran, by knowing what understanding and pondering Quran and Sunnah, the authentic Sunnah. This is another tool that's been given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Given, of course, to Adam, and then it was progressed to us. Now, the cumulative learning we had since Adam till now made us have the flights, the spaceships, this technology in the modern technology, IT technology, all that being developed by the human beings because of their cumulative learning. Okay, so the second tool is ability to learn. But the first one is prostration of the angel. The second is ability to learn. Now come to the third. The third tool that help us to do our job in this life is the free will and decision making. Free will and decision making. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning in Surah Ash-Shams, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. By the inner self and he who formed it, ourselves. Allah is making an oath by ourself, the self of all the mankind, by the inner self and he who formed it, then inspired it its own wickedness and its own mindfulness of God. Surely successful is the one who has purified it, and surely failing is the one who has corrupted it. So to have to know our job in life, the tool that help us to do our job is our free decision making. How to choose right from left. We are not obliged to live in the right from wrong, sorry. We are not obliged to do the wrong things or to do the bad deeds. That we have a free mind to think. We have to think what will get benefits. When as we mentioned, I have a solid belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and start to know my job. My job is, as I mentioned here, is to learn, to know more about my religion, even to learn in the other types of science. But our free decision making will make me away from the bad things or the bad sinful things that may hurt me during my journey in life. Because during my journey in life, it's a lot of trials and tests I will pass through. This is the way. The life is a lot of trials and tests that Allah is saying how we're going to choose the right from the left, right from the wrong, how to be in the right path and not be in the weak path. This is another way. You are not obliged to do the good things like angels. So you have a a different, and moreover, the good believers, the good righteous believers, al-muqarrabun, that Allah loves most, will have a superiority over the angels. Why will have the superiority over the angels? Because the angels obliged to worship Allah. But you have the free decision maker, and since you have free will and you come to Allah by your heart and by your mind and loves Him, He will upgrade you. He will elevate you in a degree higher than the angels. This is another way of honor. Allah is honoring mankind by giving them the free will and decision making. So remember, I'm saying first was prostration of angels, second by cumulative learning, now by free will and decision. It is all honor being given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So then these are the main tools that we have. Again, to repeat, that our mission in this life are 4 missions. What our job? 4 jobs. Number 1, to worship Allah. Number 2, da'wah. Number 3, develop the earth. Number 4, to uphold justice and stand against oppression. How are we going to do that? By the help of the angels. Number 2, angels of everything on the earth. Number 2, by cumulative learning. Number 3, by our free decision making to can choose right from wrong. Why am I doing all that? Why I have to do these 4 things, and why this all things I'm doing now? What is the benefit? What is the reward? And this is very important, because if you know that if you do all things, it must be a reward. Must be a reward for your continuous praying every time, with efforts you are doing during fasting, with the efforts you are doing by paying patience with people that sometimes they are arrogant. So this is very important, that when we are knowing and believing with what? Yes, excellent, Ahmed and Uthman and Omar. Yes, the heaven, the paradise. This is the answer. We will have the Jannah. So we will have the Jannah. So we have the rewards inside in front of our eyes. Any one of us saw the Jannah? No. But we believe in Jannah. Why we believe will be Jannah for the good doers? Why we believe in Jannah? Who can tell me? Why we are believing Jannah? Huh? Why we believe that there is a Jannah? Quran, from Quran, yes, excellent, Ya Ali, and justice. This is the justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, excellent. Umar, because Allah said so in Quran, yes, this is the words of Allah, excellent. Fatima, yes, Allah has promised us. So since we are believing in Allah, so what Allah mentioned in Quran, that there will be Jannah for the good doers, and there will be the hellfire billah for the disbeliever. That's what we are doing in this life. We know that we will take our rewards, and this is very important, by the way, and mentioned in many ayat of the Quran, that Allah is mentioning when you are doing good deeds, you have to have a very 100% belief that you're going to have your rewards. When I believe that when I'm doing a good deed, 100%, I will have the rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does that give me? How that feeling help me? Who can tell me? If I know that any good deed I will do, I will definitely have the rewards from Allah in the paradise, with something that wherever and whoever and wherever, whenever I wish, I will find. This belief make me what? Who can tell me? Huh? When you believe that you will have your rewards in Jannah, make you what? Make you how to behave, how your behavior will be in this life. ها. I want others to share. We have, mashallah, lots of participants. What about Hamid? What about Adam, Abu al-Majd? Others, I want to see the others. Excellent, Ali. Power to continue. To continue what? To continue on the difficulties I have in this life. And to be patient. Every one of us will face difficulties in this life. And we mentioned it will be trials and tests, trials and tests. You finish one test, you will find the other. You finish one test, you will find the other. Test in your patience, test in your giving charity or not. Test, yes, you're going to continue on your prayers. Test, you continue on everything will have test. So when I'm sure that I'm going to have the rewards in Jannah, this will give me the ability to continue on the righteous path and to be patient on what the obstacles that I can see. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. سبحانك الله بحمدك لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.